What up, peeps?
We're there, but what we have on the chart today? What we have on the charts today?
Premium, and this is saying the theories about kids' movies that will ruin your childhood. Ah, damn. Ah, damn. I don't want my childhood to be ruined in this. Anyways, I believe, right? Yeah, there's times where I use the word believe. That I probably won't see anything that is going to ruin my childhood based on the stuff that they're probably gonna use in these, because they're probably gonna be like some form of demonic symbols or, you know, whatever it might be, whatever certain things are derived from.
Yeah, but hold on, but then that makes sense. But you as a child, you
don't know
none of them
yes.
stuff there.
So I think I see where they will be going with this. It's just that if the more religious side of things.
Alright, so even if we see there's something, and even if we watch about there's something, I'm gonna say, okay. Then so never did.
But remember now, some people actually see some of these things and point them out, and basically I'm done with this cartoon, I'm done with Disney, I'm done with whatever, because I see they're trying to push these devilish things in our faces. Okay. Maybe it's something like that.
Okay,
alright. So let's go. Yeah, boys, entertainment. Pre.
Yeah, boy, let's go.
Remember going to Blockbuster to pick up a copy of Home Alone or pulling out the VHS tape of your favorite Disney movie as a child? Well, your memories of happy endings, perilous adventure, and great moments are about to be flipped upside down with some crazy movie theories. Theories involving serial killers, sad backstories, and connections to other film franchises, like Star Wars. So, chuck out the nostalgia goggles and get ready for a weird, wild ride down memory lane. But before you watch, click subscribe and join our notification squad to be first in the know for all our new content. And can you guess which movie is represented by these emojis? Stay tuned at the end to find out.
Oh, that one is Norbert. He's an idiot.
Minions' disturbing origin. Who doesn't love Minions? The little yellow creatures have provided laughs through 4 different movies, including their own origin story in Minions. Talk about great plots and writing. While that movie attempted to showcase where the little creatures came from, the rumored theory is actually far more shocking and crazy to think about. After the release of the first Despicable Me film, which was really great, stories began spreading that the little creatures were actually created by Nazis. During the Nazi invasion, thousands and thousands of children were kidnapped. Several of them had medical experiments done to them, resulting in their death. Rumors grew that the surviving children of these experiments formed into the minions that we see on screen today. This helps explain their odd speech patterns, the lack of 2 eyeballs in some, and their odd childlike shape that never grows into a full-size human body. Thinking about this kind of takes some of the humor away when you consider their possible dark history. Along with these stories, a picture began circulating of children dressed in helmets that looked oddly familiar to the minion head and goggle design. That picture was later debunked as an early submarine and scuba diving test image, but it hasn't stopped fans from digging further into the theory.
Some Nazi shit, okay.
I can understand now if any parent or child or whosoever would have a problem with that. Knowing that this is funny, because we are laughing at them because we are thinking they're just fictional characters. Not knowing that it was actually based on some experimental shit done on children that had no control over what was being done to them. Damn.
Back in the time,
damn.
Hitler.
Yeah. No, that's rough.
Yeah. Boo is a witch. She barely said any words, but one of the most lovable characters in the Pixar universe was Boo from Monsters, Inc. The little girl really connected with Sully, and many tears were shed when the two were forced to separate at the end of the film. Boo obviously never forgot about Sully, and many fans have speculated that she spent her whole life looking for him again. Then, next time that Boo would supposedly pop up in a Pixar movie, she would look completely different. In the film Brave, Merida visits with an old witch that many people believe is Boo. Using the same magic doors that transported the monsters, Boo was able to travel through space and time on her never-ending search for the big guy. One of the biggest pieces of evidence points to a carving of Sully that is featured in the witch's home. Boo also had a stuffed teddy bear that she loved to death. When Merida comes looking for help, she turns her parents into bears. Clearly, her favorite animal. If this theory is true, a crossover sequel featuring Boo and many Pixar characters could showcase her crazy travels through these magic doors.
Mermaid of the Pole! I watched Brave. I watched Brave before. Brave is fantastic. That cartoon or anime, whatever it is, that's a must watch if you like this kind of stuff. I'm telling you. But wow. Anyways, that's just crazy.
So the Little Mermaid
killed Ariel's mother.
So Captain
For some reason, Disney characters have always had mother issues. Aladdin's mother isn't in the picture. We witnessed the death of Bambi's mother. Cinderella has to deal with an evil stepmother, and Belle is being raised by her kooky old father. The same can be said for Ariel. In The Little Mermaid, Ariel is being raised by King Triton, without any mention of her mother. Things change with the release of The Little Mermaid, Ariel's Beginning. The story showcases Ariel's mother and her death at the hands of evil pirates. Two theories have mixed together to reach one horrific conclusion. Ariel's mother was murdered by Captain Hook. You have to go all the way back to the original Peter Pan to see the seeds for this theory. While in Neverland, Peter visits with mermaids. One of them has red hair and a similar look to Ariel. Rumors have persisted for years that this was her mother. These rumors increased with the release of Ariel's Beginning. The mother character has similar looks in the first scenes of the movie. The theory is that Hook hunted her down to get more information on the whereabouts of Peter Pan. Obviously, when she couldn't provide the information, he used that hook to dice her up and serve some mermaid sushi to his crew.
The glorious.
So two different cartoons combined in one and okay, alright.
No, but listen, sir, nobody's gonna say anything without any form of evidence, any form of similarity. Like it's ooh. No, Mr. Hook, sir. Mr. Hook, sir. As much as a villain you were, sir, you weren't seen as that. But to let us think as that, no, that's a problem right there. That's a problem right there.
Because now Little Mermaid, the shit did come and, Then, yeah, so then I story quick. I
haven't watched the new Mermaid, so. But that's crazy though. That is crazy as well. All of these so far are like on point.
The fourth witch in Hocus Pocus. Through the years, Hocus Pocus has reached cult status thanks to the fun music, Halloween themes, and great acting by Bette Midler. While the Disney film focuses on three main witches, a theory has developed over the years that there was actually a fourth witch in the film. Allison, one of the film's main characters, has been pegged as a protective good witch that sets out to destroy the Sanderson sisters before they can wreak havoc on her town. It makes sense that the city of Salem, Massachusetts would have more than just those three witches. The evidence quickly piles up to make the case. Allison's family has lived in the town for more than 300 years, dating all the way back to the Salem witch trials. Allison is the one who brings them to the witch's house and manipulates Max to do what she needs. She is also very knowledgeable about witchcraft in general and is a good source of information for the characters. By the end of the movie, she was able to protect her town, destroy the witches, and end the curse that had plagued Salem for so many years. If a sequel is ever made, this idea could be explored more, or maybe Allison will find her evil witch side.
What kind of fuck am I gonna come with?
Toy Story 3 and the Holocaust. Pixar movies are supposed to be happy events filled with wonderful characters, great comedy, and some of the most famous voices in Hollywood. The start of Pixar came with the release of the original Toy Story. After the first sequel, the franchise hit a dark tone for Toy Story 3. On the surface, there were scary and intense scenes involving Lotso Bear, stealth, and a huge incinerator. Never mind the fact that Bo Peep had completely disappeared from the group without a proper goodbye or explanation. Breaking down the film even further, and many fans have discovered the film's connections with the Holocaust. It may sound far-fetched, but there are a lot of similarities and connections to those terrible events.
That's all that is
needed. Andy prepares to leave for college,
that's all that
his
is needed
behind without much of an option. This parallels to the Jews being left behind by several nations. There's one point where Buzz Lightyear even suggests they hide out in the attic, much like Anne Frank and others looking to escape. The Sunnyside Daycare is also a representation of the awful concentration camps from the Holocaust. The dumpster and incinerator are similar to the terrible deaths and gas chambers that many people suffered through. Yes, it's a dark and awful theory. Hopefully Toy Story 4 is a little bit brighter.
This is Halloween Pumpkin Street.
Yeah, that.
And you don't want people who invest their time in watching these cartoons, making them so beloved, to be matched with any form of evilous history.
Yeah, man. True.
Where people were wrongly done because of maybe religious reasons or just darn wrong evilness. Evil people. You don't want that.
Because me remember, so it's when talk about the concentration camp, because when they send all of the ties them to the make a little picnic play with them.
Yeah.
So that are the camp where then send a little picnic them for them go dead off. Yes.
Yo, these people them need to stop. They need to stop this. We don't know if it's intentional or not. But maybe the person that makes it did not know that it would reflect that.
Okay. Well,
you understand?
Well,
maybe. I don't know. But you don't want people to be thinking
you're right.
this.
So when I make something, you can't make it close to nothing like that. You can't make it close to nothing.
It's disrespect to people who are related to those people and they love the cartoon.
Yeah.
No, come on, man. Come on.
The deaths in The Nightmare Before Christmas. Even multiple decades later, The Nightmare Before Christmas remains one of the most creative children's movies ever made. The songs, sets, animation, and story have all mixed to create classic film moments and iconic characters that are a huge part of pop culture. Among all of the unique parts, the characters really stand out. While they may all look like unique designs from the mind of Tim Burton, there is a theory that each character design has a deeper meaning. Actually, each member of Halloween Town showcases the gruesome death they suffered before getting banished there. Jack Skellington was burned and can now handle all types of fire and flames. Sally was dismembered, the evil scientist was poisoned, the mayor broke his neck, the Oogie Boogie was skinned alive, and if that's not morbid enough for you, then take a look at the puppy in Children. Zero was electrocuted, represented by his glowing nose. Lock, Shock, and Barrel suffered being frozen alive, a drowning, and an apparent suicide. The next time you watch the film, you can see the little character details that represent these violent deaths and the reason that these dark characters are in Halloween Town in the first place.
Two can be as bad as one. Shrek.
Donkey's backstory from Shrek. In the film Shrek, there are all sorts of crazy characters running around that it's very easy to think nothing about a wisecracking donkey that seemingly came from nowhere. A number of the film's characters came from real fairy tales, and Donkey is completely original.
Puss in Boots.
While Donkey loves to butt heads and cause trouble, there is clearly a troubling past that he came from, and theories often point to the world of Pinocchio. One theory that has caught a lot of steam involves a strange land in Pinocchio known as Paradise Island. It's on this island where young children are turned into donkeys, and that's exactly what people think happened to Donkey. It makes sense, too. Pinocchio appears in Shrek. Many characters are surprised to meet a talking donkey, and he often alludes to his terrible past. During an exchange with Puss in Boots, Donkey even states,
"Some things are better left unsaid and leave it at that."
Donkey even talks about a past where he received childhood pranks.
Wedges and swirlies!
That sounds like some type of child to me. As plans for a Shrek reboot are in the works, maybe the new film will dive more into his past and if he truly was once a human.
A little weight? Does this look like a little weight to you?
Bernard's sad backstory. On the surface, The Santa Claus is a great family film that focuses on the magic of Christmas, believing in Santa Claus and spreading a lot of Christmas cheer. When you break the elements down, it's really about a bitter divorce, tough custody case, and the death of Santa Claus. When Scott Calvin becomes the new Santa Claus, none of the other elves even bat an eye or mourn the previous old man in charge. The only person that seems a little upset at the idea is the head elf known as Bernard. He may be upset for a good reason. Bernard was the son of the Santa Claus that got killed. It all adds up, really. His attitude, his larger size than the other elves, how he understands the Santa Claus and the magic of the suit so well, one of the biggest clues comes during his scenes with Charlie. Bernard is very understanding and compassionate with Charlie, working with him to adapt to his new life on the North Pole. He also gives him a special snow globe that gives him access to his dad anytime he wants. Bernard clearly used this same snow globe with his own father.
Okay.
E.T. is a Jedi.
France, Star Wars.
Yes. Okay. Whoa. Hold on. Alright. This is the one. This is the one so far. Let's see.
E.T. the Extraterrestrial is its own film, without any sequels or a huge franchise around it. Despite this, many fans have found connections to some other huge science fiction franchises. One of the most prominent? Star Wars. In the original film, there are two Star Wars connections. One where Elliot plays with action figures from the movie. In another scene, E.T. approaches a trick-or-treating child dressed as Yoda and says, These moments all seemed innocent until Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, came out in 1999. During multiple scenes, alien species very similar to E.T. can be clearly seen in the backdrop of large scenes, like the Senate. This has allowed viewers to conclude that not only is E.T. a part of the Star Wars universe, but the small alien may actually be a Jedi. He clearly knows who Yoda is and has showcased similar abilities to using the Force. In the film, E.T. makes flowers come back to life, uses the Force to connect to Elliot, and can make bicycles fly through the air. It's no Millennium Falcon, but it sure comes close. It would be awesome to see more of the E.T. characters in the Star Wars franchise, this theory explored.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Hello.
Kevin is Jigsaw. In Home Alone and
So let's check connect that.
Home Alone 2, the biggest highlights of the film is watching Kevin plan and execute his crazy booby traps on would-be bandits Marv and Harry.
Oh, Kevin make traps. Jigsaw make traps. So Kevin grew up and became way more advanced.
While his childlike tendencies for holiday-themed violence may be cute and fun to watch, we have to wonder, what if Kevin grew up to become obsessed with torturing people and inflicting even more pain through his traps? Many theories have come out stating that Kevin is actually the infamous Jigsaw from the Saw film series, despite the timelines not fully matching up.
Yeah. Because he could not be that old. Yeah, you understand?
Yeah.
Home Alone what, in the 90s?
Yeah.
20 years, he could not look like that.
No.
20 years later, he's probably gonna look a bit older than us.
Yeah.
Or maybe just about the same. If he did not look the way he looks now, or back then when he looked coked out and all of that, so like he was on cocaine or something. But
yeah, so we can see the comparison of my child.
Yeah, but for the age part, they know about the age for real.
Too many similarities between the two characters to ignore this killer theory. For example, Kevin obviously has anger issues and gets a lot of pleasure out of causing pain to his victims. After Marv and Harry were eventually stopped, Kevin grew up craving the need to torture and torment others around him. The pressures of society eventually led him to set up his game and get the revenge that he always wanted. There are many examples that can be seen in the Saw franchise, but one of our favorites is the evil furnace from the first Home Alone, which is eerily similar to a furnace trap set in the film Saw 2. We'll have to wait to see if any...
Yes!
Because remember I say in the front of the fireplace in the first Home Alone. So the fireplace always a bit nice, and then you can get brave and say, yo, tapping nice.
Yes, I remember this. I remember. And the guy was trapped inside because he was supposed to go and get the key on the other end, but it got so hot and he was trying to come out, but he could not.
or if Home Alone connections are made in the upcoming horror film Jigsaw. At the very least, we're certain that Jigsaw was a fan of Kevin's antics. Well, there you have it. What theory do you think has the most truth behind it? Are there any crazy ones that we missed? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to Screen Man on YouTube so you can stay up to date with all of our awesome videos. And the answer to our emoji quiz is... Thanks a whole bunch for watching.
Okay, I don't know B movie. But anyways, damn, that was interesting. That was really interesting. Nothing to really throw me off, like would have made me stop watch, you know, what I love, but that one with the kids, that Minion one.
Yeah.
That was just and I went with the Holocaust as well. Those two are just wrong. If those are what happened in real, those two are just wrong. But others, I can understand the speculation, the matchup between. I like the Kevin one.
Yeah.
I like the Kevin one.
Yeah.
I like that to say that, you know, he inspired Jigsaw. Yeah, I like that one. Alright. Some more crazy videos coming up, peeps. On to the next one. 8 bars.
Oh.